Alright, you guys kind of let me get by on you the other day, a week ago, the other day. That's how I am. To me, days just run. Days just run by, day after day after day. I don't keep track of days a lot of times. I just, just, when you get older, things just kind of run together. Anyway, so you guys let me slip one by on you, the angle head flashlight. So the old angle head flashlight, I did that video. You guys know that I usually watch the videos again and make sure I didn't miss anything or whatnot. I'll watch them and then I'll upload them, and I'll think about a title as I'm watching them and so forth. But anyway, I did not have time the other day, and I uploaded this angle head flashlight video, and it ended up that the camera moved while I was doing the video. So it went up and you guys basically didn't see anything. Just heard me yakking, right? So anyway, I'm redoing the angle head. I'm just going to leave the other one up. I'm not even going to take it down. I'm redoing the angle head. I'm going to make it a little series. So I did 2 other videos already, and I'm not in them. They're in the bathroom. I took parts out on the counter, and I'm videotaping the pieces that you need to do the correction on the Fulton military angle head flashlight to make it work all the time without any blinking issues, right? Blinking in and out and all that. That's nonsense. The company's been around for about 80 years or more. They make flashlights for the French and NATO as well. So this is not like a small fry thing. This is something that should have already been corrected decades ago. But I'm calling Fulton out now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to email them the videos on this correction. And I want to see this get corrected. This is not a joke. It's not a joke. This is the reason why, a lot of people don't like the old angle head, is because of the blinking out, blinking in and out thing. Nobody has time to be smacking their flashlight. Number 1, it's not tactical. Number 2, you should never have to do it. They made millions of dollars selling flashlights, not only to the U.S. military, but to foreign militaries. Okay, I had a French one at one time as well. This is my second U.S. version. The first one, I don't know what happened to it. It went bye-bye somewhere. Who knows? They're not cheap as chips, but they're not, they're not too expensive either. I mean, and they're a solid flashlight. I mean, I dropped my old one before, and it didn't, it scuffed it up, but it didn't break. So they're pretty tough. Anyway, and then there's upgrades nowadays. You can get LED, 3-watt LED bulb, okay? Which is a good thing, because then the LEDs last practically forever anyway. And then your battery power. If you use 2 D-cell batteries, man, with the LED 3-watt lamp, I mean, you'd be able to run on that for a while. And I've got the adapters where I can run my rechargeable AA's now. So I have Eneloop, which is one of the very best rechargeables. I got Eneloop AA's, and then I got the Eneloop adapters. Fulton also sells adapters, but I didn't find that out until I had my Eneloops. But I don't know if they're any better or not. You tell me. if you have a set. So the next couple of videos are going to be 1 and 2 on making the correction to the contactor inside the angle head to make it work 100% of the time, right? That's what it's going to be. That's what those two will be about. I've been getting ready for this remote military march that's this month. I'm going to be doing the overnighter. This could be my last haul. You know, could be the last haul for me for the Ruck March type thing. So I'm gonna try to get it done and make it a pleasant experience. I'm gonna try to make it fun. I'm gonna go at night. It's always funner to go at night, you know, isn't it? Or do you think I'm crazy? Like a lot of people. A lot of people think I'm crazy. But you know, who cares? You know, see, the thing is that it's kind of good that sometimes people think you're crazy, because then they don't mess with you as much, right? And see, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something personal. I have a genius IQ. I'm not bragging. It's just a fact, right? But see, there's this old saying that says there's a fine line between crazy and genius, and I walk it regularly. Alright, so let's get back to the fun stuff. So the fun stuff, right? So I happened upon these Cliff Bars. You know, I think that they're probably fine. So I found a few Cliff Bars, and I'm gonna read the date here. So well, they're a little out of date, 2005. So, but I'm sure that they're fine. A lot of stuff is good for a long time. You package stuff up, it stays good for a long time. I got rations that are good for 30 years, you know. And I'm gonna eat this Cliff Bar. I'm gonna eat it right here on camera. If I die, this video doesn't go up. So you guys know I survived, right? You guys know that? Okay. Well, not stale and hard. I have some coffee here to go with it. I have a few more of these. So if this one passes alright, I'll take the rest on the Marche, on the Ruck March. I still got packs. You know, new little cashola, mint condition packs. Nobody's even inquired. Surprised. They're top of the line stuff too. And I still gotta find the 1-inch webbing. I have some olive green 1-inch flat webbing around here. I gotta find it because I gotta make a harness to convert this thing to a chest rig, chest bag. This bongo gear thing, because that's what I want to use it for. Chest bag. Well, this thing tastes pretty good. I'll be afraid about things that are out of date. That's long as they're in a nice sealed container and the container isn't blowing up. Like if that bag that's in were like filled with gases, I'm gonna eat it. If you see a tin that's bulging, don't eat it. If it has a dent, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Some guys retrieved out of a wreck of an old World War II vessel, a shipwreck. They retrieved some number 10 tin cans of coffee. Brought them up on deck. Man, let's open one of those up. See how it is. Fresh as the day it was packed. Of course, a little surface rust on the outside of the can. But it was good. 2 minutes 33, 2 minutes 30, plus another minute, about 3 minutes left. So yeah, pretty excited to bring this along with me as my little chest pack, because this is what I'm going to put my snacks in. I just put my regular food in the Ruck. This will be my little snack bag. So I'll set this up with my snacks. I have some of them clip bars in there and whatnot. What else? Well, here's my light, my angle head. So as you can see, I got it strapped down here. So I got a black cord lock, and then I just girth hitch it to this triangular bit right there. So yeah, the old angle head. See, I can get you in the frame now, right? See that? See any blinky? I don't see any blinky. Alright, I'm going to turn it on. Any problems? No problems. So this has the double A's. So it's pretty sure it's double A's in there. Let me check. You open these, you kind of got to cant it at a slight angle upwards because they could pop out. So yeah, got my double A's in there. I put on the outside, I put the white masking tape or the yellow masking tape or whatever you want to call it. That way, what I could do is I could just take a pencil. Or I could write on there the date that I put them rechargeables in there, right? It's squawking at me. The date I put them rechargeables in there, if I want to, right? So if I think I'm gonna store them for a little bit, I'll put the date on there, and then I can pull it out, check it. You know, but you don't want to store a thing with batteries for too long at a time. So what have I got here? I've got the flood, and I've got 2 red lenses. And then I just tweak it down just a little bit, just snug it down just a little bit. Not a lot. Anything with an O-ring as well, you just want to snug it up. You don't need to put an O-ring super tight. because the O-ring is what seals it, right? And then all in there, I've got the dielectric grease on all my contact points, my O-rings, and in the very back there, because you saw in the video, I showed you the video on the extra, right? So this is my main. I have an extra angle head. In the back, you saw the rivets, right? And this. So what I do is I take and I clean the back area out with alcohol, clean it good, and then I make sure it's dry, and then I go ahead and I take a St. Benedict's medal. I get them blessed by a priest, right? Because they use them and they use them for different purposes. Anyway, they do this special blessing on them, exorcised them, and so anyway, what I did is I took it and I used some of the 2-part epoxy, clear epoxy, and I put that in the bottom there, and then I pressed that St. Benedict metal over the rivet ends in there, so that it kind of contacts that, and then I put more epoxy on the top. So basically it is a backing for these 2 rivets, and plus it helps in case there's any unseen forces, right? If there's any unseen forces out there trying to drain my batteries off, because they'll do that. There's spirits in the forests, in the jungles. Trust me. Tell you the truth. I've seen stuff. See if I can get this thing back on here now. Just snug it up. There we go. I'll come back in another one, guys. I got more to yak about in a few days. I'll see you there.